1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hello? One, two, three, four, five. One, two, three, four, five. Hello? So what we're going to do today is step 10. Continue to take personal inventory, and when we were wrong, promptly admitted it. A daily reprieve contingent on the maintenance of our spiritual conditions. And I have a little worksheet here. So I'll go through this. So, on your own, study. What did the big book author say? Read. Now, you need to read chapter 6 into action pages 83 to 85 in the big book. Many read step 10 in the 12 and 12. And if you don't have a 12 and 12, that's a 12 and 12. I'll leave that out here. What does it mean that the promises directly precede step 10 in the big book? So that's what you need to read. Then write, continue your written journal of your reflections. Go deeper with a feeling before trying to make it go away. If you choose to act out on your feelings in a vengeful or manipulative way, you may have some regrets later on. If you're upset, your emotional reactions are real and therefore valid no matter what they are. What might your anger, sadness, fear be covering up? So that's something you write on step 10. Then talk with your sponsor and other members of your group. Step 10 combines self-examination inventory with making amends. Practice daily relaxation with meditation and prayer. So that's going back to your higher power every day. And then to do this with a group, if you want to do this exercise with a group of people, what does the big book say to me about my practice of step 10? We may share our reflections. One or more members of the group may choose to speak on step 10 by the book. And then points of focus and reflection. Consider page 84-2-85-2. 1. Continue to take personal inventory. How may I work step 10 to keep me within the day? What did I do today that worked and did not work to give me and others serenity and peace of mind? Can I determine my responsibility and do what is necessary to set things straight and let go of the outcome? When we are wrong, promptly admit it. Have I been resentful, selfish, dishonest, afraid today? Today, have I allowed myself to become too hungry, angry, lonely, or tired? We call that HALT. H-A-L-T. Have I kept something to myself that I should have discussed with my sponsor? Was there fear in my life today? Have I harmed others directly or indirectly today? How? Do I owe any apologies or amends? Where was I wrong, twisted? Was I out of bounds? Did I make mistakes, miss the mark? If I could do it over again, what would I do differently? How might I do better next time? We have entered the world of the Spirit. Watch, ask, turn. Do I watch for my selfishness, dishonesty, resentment, and fear as I go through the day? Do I ask a higher power of my understanding to remove these at once because I am now watching and I am starting to be awake? Do I turn that force of my self-willfulness toward good for others? Step 10 promises. Have I ceased fighting anything or anyone, even alcohol? Have I been restored to sanity? Is this the sanity of step 2? Has my spiritual malady been overcome? Have I straightened out mentally, meaning the obsession of the mind that takes me to drink? Am I recovered? 5. We are not cured of alcoholism. Is it enough for me to just stay sober? Have I been letting up on my spiritual program of action and resting on my laurels? Daily practice of the step 10 principles. How may I not forget how important my happiness and my comfort, my serenity and peace of mind are one day at a time? How may I do the work of recovery regardless of how I feel? How may I be honest with myself about myself while an event is still happening? When I make a mistake, do I think I am the mistake or that it was a human error? Excuse me. What have I done today about which I feel positive? How may I know which principles I need to practice in a given situation? Take step 10 on a daily basis. We take step 10 in the second paragraph on Big Book, page 84. We continue to take personal inventory and continue to set right any new mistakes as we go along. According to the Big Book and under the conditions of the day, we practice step 10 on a daily basis. Acknowledge taking step 10 in the manner that you and your group see fit. See page 40 of this workbook for the optional step 10 daily written inventory, assets and liabilities checklist. So this is in the AA workbook, which I don't have an AA workbook. I just have something I've worked on and put together. But I do have many other publications that are AA approved literature. So this is something for us to work on today. It is October, so that's why I chose doing step 10 to match the month. And step 10 is very doable. It's more about continuing to question your motives, continuing to pray and meditate, continuing to right the wrongs, continuing to admit when you make a mistake, continuing to ask questions, continuing to do recovery. So definitely go through that list I gave you and just start at the first one, and I'll do a recap. So first thing is to read pages 83 to 85 in the Big Book. Also read step 10 to the 12 and 12. Write a journal of your reflections. Go deeper with the feeling before trying to make it go away. If you choose to act on your feelings in a bad way, you're going to regret it. Okay, so that makes sense. And then talk with people, especially your sponsor and members of your group. Step 10 combines self-examination, inventory with making amends. And don't have any fear about asking questions or asking for help in the program, because the other people in the program want to help you with your steps because it helps them with their recovery as well. So check that out. Go ahead and run through that for October, and I'll keep bringing you guys more recovery work to do, as well as discussions and some interviews later. So that's step 10 that I wrote down. Now let's go into the 12 steps and 12 conditions. Let's go to step 10 there. Okay. Once again, continue to take personal inventory, and when we were wrong, promptly admitted it. So that's page 88 of the 10 by 10, the paperback version. I'm not sure what size this is. It looks like it's an 8 by 10. So go ahead and check that out. And if you don't have one of these, I'd suggest picking one up. And with that, I'll be be back.